Hey everybody, this is day 21 of the 100-day monk mode challenge, and today's topic is about motivation, about planning around monk mode, sharing my experience, just gonna talk a lot, and yeah, about how this day went. Motivational stuff a lot, so if you want to be inspired and stuff, you're welcome. So, the first insight is I want to make the pre-intro so you can skip that in 2 minutes, I guess. Monk mode is really good for training the discipline. Right now, I feel myself as being super disciplined to the extent that it hurts me. So right now, I'm feeling exhausted from the not having enough sleep, just going to bed at 9 and 10, waking up at 4, it messes up with your nutrition, you can see that on the face, it's tiring, it's not good. So I'm not feeling well. But the discipline tells me that I have to record a video a day and I cannot skip that. So I took a nap, like 30 minutes, and then I'm up and then I'm trying to bring the sauce to you, the insights, and keep you motivated. So I love the idea of monk mode. It's helping me to be structured, to be disciplined. Maybe the obstacles in which I'm working right now are not the best. So that's the thing that is discouraging. Some projects are stuck and the agency is stuck still. No matter how much time I put in, it's still stuck. But I'm getting there. Some of the people around me, which is a little bit discouraging, but I keep going, start saying like, I heard that you were stuck. Like, I heard that, we've seen that. I heard you saying that I'm gonna break through that, like it's gonna happen and stuff. And that's how things are built. I do not believe in quick success, quick breakthrough, because it's hard. It's long, it's hard, and it requires persistence, discipline, a lot of work, a lot of decision making, right iteration, and sometimes it is delusional. It is, especially in creative businesses that are not that easy to calculate, like ours. So I do believe, despite what anybody says. I also received a good comment about the Instagram videos saying that they are valuable. There are flaws. A lot of people are saying flaws about the YouTube videos, but if they are valuable, if I'm sharing some of the insightful stuff that you find either inspiring or educational, hit the like. Let's go to the insights. More money comes with more responsibility. If you want to increase the cash flow of business, it requires handling more processes, not yourself. Obviously, I'm talking about the systems in place, about the teams, but it requires a lot more responsibility, right? Losses can be bigger, and it's sad when you have losses. I had a loss like in May when clients wouldn't pay, and it's a loss. You have to cope with that. The bigger the project, the bigger the scope, the more you lose. And it's okay. Like Alex is saying, when you're losing $100 on the way to 1,000, it's okay. When you're losing 1,000 on the way to 10,000, it's okay. And when you're losing 10K on the way to like 200, it's also good because you're getting more in return. So the higher the stakes, the bigger the lose, and obviously, you want to decrease losses, but losses are the most valuable piece of information that you can get, the most valuable, the most painful, but teaching feedback. And I wouldn't do things any other way. It's hard. I'm exhausted right now, but I do have the belief, and I want to make a video for you. The next insight. Most advice is bad advice. I've been obsessed with all the quotes, with all the stuff that I'm learning, but most of the time, the advice or a piece of advice or X post, Twitter, I mean, is applicable to a specific situation that is taken out of the context. I've been watching some of the businessmen who give piece of advice out on the Twitter, and then they would be asking a question about it on the podcast, and they say, so in that particular day, I saw that provocative statements in marketing worked. That's why I gave this piece of advice. So listen to what your gut is telling you. Listen to what your criticism is telling you. It's important. I'm really sleepy. The next insight. Don't make company's mission be so far away that it's no longer relatable, not achievable. So the goal, I said, for the team and for me at the very start is to have 5,000 branding projects right away, to have office in Bali and working with team there right away. And we had a list of goals. And 3 months went by. When we checked out that list again in March or in February, don't remember, we were laughing at it. I looked at the list and we were reading that with my teammate Lisa, and I'm reading that and I'm like, what are we thinking writing these crazy goals? Like, we haven't achieved them obviously in 3 months, and they are so unrealistic, they are so delusional, but we are so inspired by them. But it takes away the motivational, actually, any hope for it. So if you are saying that we're going to build the #1 business like in a country or worldwide, it's like, it's such a blurry goal, it's such uncertain goal. Maybe, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's so far away that you cannot see the way to that. It's as if you are walking by foot and you want to move to a different city. You want to upgrade your lifestyle, and the only transport you can have is your feet. So when you're saying that I want to move to New York and you're living in Europe, how are you going to get there? It's such you cannot see the road to New York. You can maybe see the road to Vienna, to the closest city that you might see on the map, or to the closest village that you might see from your window. And that's relates to goals, essentially. And when I'm setting a goal for a week, like 300 subscribers, or different smaller pieces of goal that just cover the problems, the immediate problems that we have, it performs much better. It's like planning your day. You might plan 12 things and feel not productive because you will not ever be able to handle all of them. And when you're planning just one thing per day, one core problem to solve a day, or one core problem to solve a week, you're obviously gonna have progress with that. I often feel anxiety about that. It's hard to handle different aspects. We haven't made a post today on the social media for the Instagram, and I'm trying to level up the quality of the content. So we often are posting raw or boring, just talking or had videos about business. And I want to show more of our works, more of our creativity, more of animations, more of edited stuff, and it requires time. All good pieces of work, it requires inspiration, idea, your attention. You feel when you're doing something great, you feel that you've put in energy into that. And you cannot be repeating something exceptional on a daily basis. I made a video when I ran 10K and I'm like, that's exceptional video. But then it's hard to repeat that same achievement on a daily basis. It's not realistic. And I was saying that the goals should be smaller. You should be able to see them to feel motivated to achieve them. And then you're going to feel good about that. The next insight, just motivational stuff. Do what you do as good as humanly possible. Do not remember where it's from. Maybe I was listening recently a podcast by Novak Djokovic, right? That's his name? Exactly. And it's just humble, it is simple, it's humane, and maybe the sense of existence, the sense of building a business in the mission is in helping people. Maybe the goals that I'm setting with the money, with the subscribers, are not the goals that I actually mean, right? I mean to be fulfilled with what I do in the business. I mean to be fulfilled with the level of creativity I bring in the world, with the things that I create. I want to be proud of saying that I created this thing and I created that thing, and that business or that branding, that ad, that little picture was created by me, and I made an effort here and I spent my true genuine work. It's not just noble, but it feels simple, easy, and it is a little bit fulfilling for me. I do have that part of an artist. So just doing the things that you can do as good as is humanly possible is a goal. Just spending your energy in the right direction on a daily basis and going to bed empty with nothing else to give. The next insight. When you don't have the boundaries, you don't serve others as well. Right now, I have noticed a problem that I personally have in working with clients. It's my problem. It's problem of not being too organized enough. You know what they say for sales? You want to have your meetings recorded with clients. You want to have the failures that you did recorded to analyze them. You want to have all of your tasks structured, done, pending, like in future tasks, and all the contracts written down. It all should be systemized. It's all about managing projects in the right way. And often I might get too creative, I don't need these sheets and tables stuff, because essentially I'm wasting my time and clients' money with my time by creating the tables, the lists, the plans, the documents. But since I neglected that part for so long that I honestly, if I'm being completely open with you, had several repeated, like 4 cases that are the same, that are starting out really good, and till the end of the project, everybody gets tired, frustrated, the tasks are no longer clear, the initial agreement that happened 3 months ago are no longer in place. It's not the work you want to have. And that's my bad as a manager. And that's what I do with like projects that I personally handle, but it's because I still work with projects. And I have to change that. And I'm walking here and there, being anxious about that, and worrying about that all the time, and not having the time to do that. that's the problem of not being focused or essentialist enough. I do not think that I am stressed or anxious, but people around me see that and they are saying that, like, we see something is happening, and I cannot fully open up about all the problems in the agency, but we have them and we're dealing with them. I don't think that we'll ever have a point with no problems. So maybe my stress level is super low. The next insight. The most important decisions in life are not scientific. I don't remember where I got this one from, but often calculations don't work. And the best decisions that you do strategically about investing, about starting a project, about doing the branding, about doing the marketing campaign are based on your feelings. They are not based on the metrics. I remember I was listening to a podcast really interesting by Jack Neal, and the guest, I forgot his name, but this is some kind of portfolio investor or a guy from the Wall Street, and he bases his research in before investing in the companies on reading comments on the TikTok. And a simple example that he gave: the boobs are really popular right now, and they have wide production of different models. And there is, I'm gonna be explaining that really blurry, but there is some kind of a viral video going around TikTok with kind of a witch who's saying that the models or the whole idea of the toys is satany or demony, and it's not like, it has deeper sense to it, and it's like curse that you would be carrying around with you on a purse. So the data might not be true. Not everybody might believe in this like witch saying this stuff on some viral random video on TikTok. But this man notices videos like this, reads the comments, and follows the trends. Actually, like what he does for a job, reading comments and checking out TikTok for 4 hours a day. And based on the feeling, he says, when I see 2-3 more, like a couple more videos that are going viral, popping out in the net, he's gonna like take his money out of the company, just because the sales are gonna go down. You feel with your senses the mood of the narrative that is happening in the comments, the trends towards which we are shifting in society. It's really hard. It's like the stop with investment, the stop with maybe this is scammy thing, maybe that's not a right statement, but the idea of not basing your decision on a pure numbers from results of the company, right, from the revenue and all the metrics of the company gave you on the paper from the previous year, but basing that on the things that are happening right now that are fluid, that you can see right away, is not statistical, it's not calculated. It is based on the feeling, it is a guess. And these are the most important decisions that we take actually in life when you are starting out a business, when you are selecting a niche for your business, when you are selecting a partner. It's all not based on the calculation, really often. So trust your gut and train your intuition. And be really good observer of the world, of the people who are communicating, and notice what are their, like, are these the people, partners you're gonna partner with? Are these the employees you want to hire? What are the traits that you value? Like I did in the videos, 8 traits of the people that I want to keep around. What are the traits of people that I want to avoid? Observation. The next insight. The grind it takes every day to win one battle is incredible. I was listening to Novak Djokovic podcast. Obviously, he is the first racket in the world in the big tennis, and he was telling this story. The story is the following, and I'm gonna come up with the conclusion, moral conclusion from that is serving the business purposes. For around 2 or 3 years, he would not play huge matches. When he was the second place in the world, second racket in the world, I don't know how it's called, he saw that he is not ready yet for the match to become the first one in the world. And he knew that. Now he obviously is working with a team, and he started working with the doctor, let's say, nutritionist or who that was. And the nutrition he had when he was the second place was okay. He felt like he was eating kind of healthy based on the generally acceptable standards. But when you approach different spheres of the system, like and look at the details, look under the hood, then he had a problem with the glucose intolerance, and the gut was deteriorated, and it would, have make him have sometimes messed up mood, or feel blurry, or too tired, or have a bad recovery after training. And these are such a small, really tiny details on which you literally grind every day when nobody sees you, nobody gives any attention, and nobody cares what are you doing with your life, right? But you're paying attention to those simple, small details under the hood of the car to make the mechanism work when it's the day of the battle, like as perfect, as thought through, according to all of the plans as possible. Literally. And he knew that he was too weak to go for a battle. Maybe this is just based on one podcast that I heard. I might be over exaggerating, but the general idea that it takes so much attention to detail in every sphere of your life to become the number one, the greatest, it's astonishing, it's shocking. He said that when he fixed the gut, his decision making improved, clarity and recovery got better. He also worked on the mental health problems and different spheres, like on strategies, or on the meditation, or on his sleep. So you have so many components that are working together like a clock. And that's how businesses often work. You should have the team that you select really well, that you are 100% sure about. You want to have the system for each department. So it's the sales department, and they know what they do in each scenario. It's all written down, it's all recorded on the video like an SOP, or you also have KPIs that are clear, that are visible, open to your team, and they can measure themselves based on those KPIs. So the grind is really serious, and often people do not see how much it takes to become the greatest. And recently I was trying to find some of the videos that I posted on the YouTube. I started scrolling back, and I saw how much work it took me in half a year. Like it's gonna be around a year of making and producing content and thinking about that and improving that every day to get to the point where I am right now. Not far away from the start. I'm just like I ran like 100 meters. But the quality, it improves with all the iterations, with all the practice. I see that this half of a year or year of grind is slowly, but it's being repaid. It's been repaid with loyal clients. It's being repaid with people who are replying to the videos. It's being repaid with the team that I have. It's a really awesome team. I'm thankful for the skills that I'm getting. If you look at the shorts that are posted, like the first shorts, the first videos, I'm being so shy. I am hesitating about, and every little sound, a person going by me. And now the videos are clear, even if I do have problems without the script, or without writing the titles for you, or without writing the lists here. But the mindset around videos and this journaling, it is working and it's helping. The rhetorics, the scripts, they are mastered. And right now we're cleaning up the Instagram, the algorithm around Instagram, and going back in the fight again. I actually have to make a video after this one for the Instagram. And the last insight is analyze the matches. You don't like to see the matches that you've lost, but it's important to analyze them. If you have a sales goal where you messed up a word, it might happen that you might mess up the amount of money you are asking a client for. Why? When you're not used, when you are uncomfortable around this topic, when you're not used to saying these sums of money and receiving these sums of money, people can see you're not comfortable around that. You might not have ever said this word in your life out loud ever. So even physically, even on the muscle level, it might feel hard for you. It's hard for me. Try this out. Really great experiment. I was recording a reel yesterday, and the word I was saying was name of Alex Hormozi's recent book, 100 million money making models. $100 million money making models. You see, even now I make a mistake. This is so hard for me. And when I was trying to say that really fast in the on the reel, I would make mistake 3 times or 4 times, just because I could not say $100 million word. I would forget the dollar. I would forget the million. The mind cannot comprehend these numbers when you never worked with such numbers. I believe that I'm open to changing the way I am thinking right now, to the corrections, to iterations, and I want to be learning to be better at this. But notice that every little detail, the way you're saying the offer, the way you are looking, the way you hold pauses, the way you, if you interrupt the client speaking or not. There are so many little details that you might have on the offer call, sales call, onboarding, consultation, on the videos on the internet, that you have to really be careful about every little detail and rewatching your videos. It's painful for me. When I'm rewatching them, I am cringing that much. You cannot believe that. And sometimes I'm so sorry. Like the videos are a mess here. And I often have people around, and I often am asking them to be quiet when I'm recording the videos. And today I noticed mom picking up a phone. So let's end up this video with a funny note of me telling you more about myself. See you tomorrow, and stay badass.